Hey everyone, my name is Chinny Boy. Let's ask the most important question to have ever been asked. Who is the biggest fraud in JJK? I don't know why I'm doing that with my hands, but who is the biggest fraud in JJK? So there are so many candidates for this, and the community is very familiar and known to pick targets and basically cook them for just absolutely no reason. Obviously, potential man gets the short end of the sticks most of the time. To be completely honest, for a very good reason. The show does him very dirty most of the time. Another candidate is my favorite, Yuta Okutsu. This one confuses me the most. You know, the sneakiest, also Toji, the actual sneakiest one, the teenage killer. There is obviously Yuki. Yuki is a little bit unfortunate, but to be fair, she only has one actual fight and she loses it, one mission, and she fails it. Uh, one suicidal attack and she misses it. One conversation with Geto and she turns him into a genocidal maniac. Look, I get it. I know that the counter argument to all of these is that she has a nice ass. Fair enough. I get it. And there is obviously the classic Geto Suguro, who's just an actual fraud. Like, he's just an unfortunate case that he came too early. Well, whoa. Uh, he was in the story a little bit too early before any of the crazy shit got introduced, like domain expansions. But let me present you with a unique candidate, Yuji Itadori. Okay, I know I can see your middle finger. That's fine. You can let out. You can let it all out. Okay, Mr. Screen, I get it. You don't have to join them, but fine, I get it. He's a fan favorite. He's the spoiled boy. But here's the thing. I hate how spoiled this motherfucker is. I feel like shonen protagonists are like the billionaires of anime, if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but what I mean by that is that shonen protagonists feel like they have protection that certain folks don't. And that's the reason why I tend to usually hate shonen protagonists a little bit extra, a little bit over the top. Let me try and explain it a little bit. First of all, he rarely wins any 1v1s, really. A lot of the times, there has to be an assist or support of some sort just so that he can do anything. The classic against Choso, he got absolutely destroyed, even though he got the help of Mikamaru to give him a brilliant plan to go into the bathroom and splash the water everywhere so that Todo can't use his blood anymore, so that they can resort to fisticuffs, which is the only thing he's good at, only for him to fail miserably and still lose and fumble it somehow. Here is the thing. We have option number one. He wins. He actually does what he is supposed to do and win. Because this is his strength point, right? Like, this is close quarter combat, it's a brawl. So he should just do the thing and win. But he doesn't. In option number one, he wins. Sukuna doesn't get freed. Shibuya happy, for the most part, because Mahito was doing that wild, diabolical shit anyway. But option number two, he loses from Choso and gets killed, in which case no Sukuna gets freed either, and Shibuya happy. In fact, that might be the most optimal outcome because Sukuna might just permanently lose 5 fingers. I don't know exactly how this works. I don't know if the fingers would be completely gone, but like I suppose they would, in which case Sukuna would never ever be at full power ever again, and just Gojo gets an easy win anyways. Or option number three, he loses, gets absolutely cooked, and then get left unconscious, but right before he is about to get killed, Choso gets a flashback and realizes that they are both siblings somehow and leaves him there. In which case, a couple of teenage girls will come and finger his Sukuna, and Sukuna spawns, and Shibuya not happy. And this is what I mean by main characters are like billionaires that just have this immunity, right? Like, Yuji just lost and he had to flash his main character card like, I'm sorry, excuse me, do you know who I am? I'm the main character here. I'm the main guy of the show. Okay, put some respect on me. And then he just gets away with the most bullshit way possible. He does win a few fights, I guess, against the grasshopper and the helicopter head guy and the jet woman. I suppose you can count those as well. I don't know, man. I'm really like digging deep here, but basically he's just not that good at 1v1s. He gets completely cooked every time he has to 1v1 someone, like 80% of the time. Next, there is the biggest disaster there is. He made a fucking binding vow with Sukuna to give him his body for 1 minute. To be fair, Sukuna was like threatening him with his heart, basically with his life, and he's like, "Alright, we're gonna make a deal. I'm gonna give you your heart and body back, but in the opposite side, I need you to give me your body for 1 minute whenever I need you to." But Yuji was like, "No, no, 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 no. Hey, you think I'm an idiot? You think I'm stupid? You think I'm dumb?" No, of course not. So Sukuna is a little bit more desperate now. So he's like, "Hmm. Okay, here is an even better deal. You give me your body for 1 minute, and I promise not to hurt anyone." And Yuji's like, "No, no deal. I'm smarter than that." So then Sukuna just offers him a diabolical offer, and he's like, "How about this then? You fight me, and if you win, I'm not gonna make the deal." And you're just like, "Yep, that's a deal. There you go. That's what I've been waiting for." So he makes the deal, gets one-shotted on the spot, like literally on the dot, in the exact same second. Forgets about the deal because, of course, that's part of the deal is that you have to forget that we made this deal together, and then all hell broke loose from there because we know what happened later. Sukuna just takes over Yuji's body, takes over Megumi's body, and then kills his own sister. And the sad part, the tragic part, is that Megumi doesn't even know about this. Like, nobody knows what the fuck happened for Yuji to lose control over Sukuna because, the whole premise of Yuji containing Sukuna was that Sukuna could never come out, right? Like that's just not something that Sukuna could do unless Yuji just gets fed 10 fingers at once. Then Sukuna just has to force his way out, like what happened in Shibuya. But in this case, there were no fingers fed. In fact, they were kind of feeling safe because there were no 10 fingers left. So even if Yuji ate all 5 remaining fingers, nothing would happen. He would still contain Sukuna. So that completely came out of nowhere, then used that exact same body to kill his sensei slash father figure, Gojo, and nearly took over the fucking world as well with, like, that's crazy that to think that all of this came because Yuji was like, "Yep, I can definitely defeat you in a fight. I can do this easy." Like, and like Yuji himself might not even remember this, but he's that fucking dumb, and I will never forget this for him. If this were to be any other character in the series, by far, hell, people have to find shit for Yuta. They have to make shit up for Yuta to slander the fuck out of him, and then Yuji gets away with shit like this. Like, bro, seriously? But yeah, this is absolutely one of the wildest shit that Yuji did. And finally, a classic that I have been saving. We get a very fire moment when, Yuji does the domain expansion and he just does his own domain expansion for the first time, trying to Tokyo Jutsu Sukuna, but he's not Naruto, so of course it doesn't work. We get this moment where Sukuna starts to sniff something. He's like, "What the fuck is happening here? Are you low-key pitying me?" And then we get this absolute fire moment. He's like, "Yes, Sukuna, I can kill you any second right now. So get back into my body, and I'm willing to forgive you." I kid you not. Yes, I've never seen Sukuna tweak this hard. He started fucking twitching and tweaking so badly. He was so rage baited by this. And on the other side, I was like, whoa, whoa, hold on just a second, bro. And this moment is like fire, and Yuji is like finally getting this moment where he's like basically just putting Sukuna at his mercy after all this time that he's been at Sukuna's mercy. Shit, I wasn't familiar with your game, Yuji. Sorry, man. I was maybe a little bit unfair to you. Only for him to completely fumble this. He completely fumbles the fuck out of this. Sukuna gets out of this domain, started fucking the absolute living shit out of Yuji yet again, until they have to write Nobara back into the story to do her resonance attack. And only then does Yuji get back the control again. So after this moment where he's like, I can end you. I can put you out of your misery. No, you couldn't. No, you could not. You were gonna get absolutely fucking cooked if Nobara didn't come back. Again, if there was anyone else, nobody, and I mean nobody, not even Gojo, would have gotten away with this shit. But Yuji has to, of course. He's the spoiled main character. I feel like there's just so much that goes under the radar with Yuji because he's the main character. But Loki, he has so much fraud material that I don't know how the fuck does he get away with all of it. But anyway, I get it if you're upset. I understand if Yuji is your favorite character. It's all for shits and giggles. I just don't see a lot of Yuji slander going around. I hate that. So I have to take it upon myself and like put on some extra hate on behalf of those who don't and should. So yeah, I've done my part. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to. But yeah, that's all for today. That's all for my UG slander. If you liked it, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a like. Who gives a shit? Okay, it's fucking agenda, Kaizen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you later.